Hello, it's Ash and welcome back to my channel and welcome into this post-run stretch where we are going to make a start on our hands and our knees. So hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. We're going to have a good stretch and try and get as many areas of the body as we can in this session. So what we're going to do from here is we're just going to slowly start to push up into a downward facing dog and start to slowly pedal. So we're getting into the Achilles heel, the calf muscles and maybe up into the hamstrings as well. And just pushing into the hands to stretch. Again, maybe that upper back and ribs area as you slowly pedal. So go nice and slow and feel, again, that nice massaging effect. Try and breathe in and out through the nose. If you get dizzy at any point, you can just lift your head and come to your knees. This should feel really good for that Achilles and calf area, especially if you've just been for a longer run, or if you're like me and you're absolutely covered in mud. I've just been for a sloppy trail run. I feel a little bit beat up from that, so it feels nice to do this. Okay, we're going to slowly come to your knees. We're going to get into the toes now, so come to the knees, still tucking the toes under, and I know that some people get painful knees with this one, or really painful toes, so just go steady and make sure you don't go too deep. Make sure you get a good stretch, but not painful, okay? So we're going to slowly start to lower the hips towards the floor. If it becomes too much for the knees or the hips, you just come back into without pain, and then we're just moving left and right, so you can stay here and do this. But if you can, and again, don't judge your body against my body, because we're all different. You could go hips to the heels, and we could massage left and right, so we're getting that good toe stretch. And you should feel like you're getting a really nice stretch from into the big toe and going into the arch of the foot. And keep breathing as we do this left and right. You can push into the hands a little bit again just to stretch the toes, depending on how flexible your toes feel. Remember, never push into pain, so be kind to your body. And you can slow your breathing down. So how was your run today? Do you feel beat up, or do you feel actually quite energised, full of energy, ready to go for the rest of the day? Okay, we're going to come forwards, and then we're going to go into the shins and the top of the ankles. So bring the tops of the feet down as if where the laces would be. Again, conscious of the knees and the ankle area. Only go where you don't have pain, and it still feels like you're getting a good stretch, and you can massage and squish left and right again. So we get that good top of the foot going up into the shin. And also we get some compression into the knees and the hips, which is again really nice. It's good for the cartilage and the connective tissues, the tendons and the muscle tissues. So breathe, move left and right, try and relax the jaw and the shoulders. And this next little sequence that we're coming up with may feel like we move quite quickly through this. So if it does feel a little bit quicker than normal, that is intended. But we're just going to get a little bit of a flowy type of stretch in a moment. So coming forwards with the hands, carry on walking the hands all the way towards the top of the mat and step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Now lunge that hip area so the right hip comes down into the floor, and then just massage the hips up and down like this, stretching into that right hip area, the hip flexor at the front, and then maybe into the right thigh. Keep the shoulders and the jaw relaxed. Just have a little bit of a wiggle left and right, and then we're going to walk the hands to the knee at the back, pull the toes up. Never straighten the leg, because we don't want to feel that at the back of the knee, because that's stretching and possibly we could have an issue with the sciatic nerve there. So just pull the toes up. You might get that into the calf and maybe the hamstring area, so the back of the thigh, the back of the lower leg. And again, just massage with that, just pulse in and out of a deeper stretch. Relax the jaw and the shoulders, come forwards again. And again, lunge that right hip into the floor. And then come back again. Again, just a little bit of a pulse and massage with that into the hamstring and calf area. Come forwards one more time into that quad and hip flexor area, maybe into the inner thigh on the left side as well. Have a move around. Last one as we go back into that hamstring calf stretch. Again, just have a little bit of a wiggle and a move. And coming forwards. This time as we come forward, so just pause a moment, I'll show you one and then we'll do three together. So we're going to get a nice rotation through the shoulders and the ribs, and as we inhale the arm up. As we come down, we're going to open up into the inner thigh, and so the groin area and the hamstring. We're going to bring the elbow wherever the elbow will come down, and don't force it. So your elbow might not come down, that's absolutely fine. Just let your body go wherever it wants to into that slightly deeper stretch. So we're doing three together. So we're going to inhale the left arm up nice and slowly, get a good rotation as you exhale. Bring the elbow down, tiny pause at the bottom. Inhale, come up for 2. Exhale, come down, get that nice rotation and deep stretch here into the groin, maybe hamstring. Inhale last time. Exhale, just going to pause for a few seconds at the bottom, have a little bit of a wiggle around. Relax the shoulders and the jaw, and then come back up and then step that left foot back and then just slowly rock the hips to the heels and rock forward. So just forwards and back really easy, and then just notice the after sensations of that work. Compare the left to the right side of your body. Okay, breathe, remember in and out through the nose to help relaxation, to calm the nervous system down. The nervous system down. Okay, this time as we come back, we're going to step the right foot forwards as we come forwards. Again, we're going to lunge that left hip down into the floor. Have a move around, have a wiggle. Try and give it a good squish, a nice stretch, but a massage at the same time. Keep the jaw and the shoulders fluid, don't lock those out. So we should be feeling that left quad, left hip flexor area. And then we're going to go into right hamstring, right calf as we walk the hands backwards, pull the toes. Don't ever lock the leg out again. You can maybe see my mud-covered leg. Okay, and then getting a little bit of a massage as we pulse in and out of a stretch here. Breathe. So you shouldn't be tensing any areas of the upper body. Walk the hands forwards. Again, lunge the hip down, have a little bit of a move around. It should feel really nice to just push that hip down and then up. And then walk back again. Calf and hamstring stretch, move around. Relax the jaw, the shoulders. Just sort of resetting the central nervous system. Walking forwards. Push that hip into the floor again. Breathe. Come backwards one more time into that calf and hamstring stretch. A nice rotation coming up in a moment. As we come forwards, we're going to get that good rotation 3 times now. So the right arm is going to inhale up nice and slowly, and then the elbow is going to come down wherever it will allow, wherever your body will be allowing it to come down. Don't force it. That's 1. Inhale back up, and it might be different on each side. That's normal. 2. So we do have imbalances. Last one. Inhale up, nice rotation. Exhale, come down. 3, little bit of a pause here, have a move around wherever you are. Again, try not to force it. Come up onto the hands, step that right foot back. And again, let's have a few moments where we just do some gentle rocking forwards and backwards to let the body adjust to the work that we've done, but also to just check in with the sensations that we've done. Can you feel that maybe those areas that we've worked have just feel a bit lighter, a bit nicer, a bit more stretchy, a bit like, So my body felt a bit heavy and beat up from my run. It felt like a bit of a slog. It was windy, it was wet, it was sloppy. I was really not looking forward to getting out. But then I'm grateful that I can run. I'm grateful that I'm able-bodied and I can go out and do that. I've got the time. So I am grateful for that. Okay, we're going to come down this time onto your front and elbows underneath the shoulders. And touch the toes together and just squeeze the head and chest off the floor. So you're really squeezing into those lower back muscles. So we get a nice supported work for that lower back. So keep breathing. Pull the shoulders back. And this should feel good for that lower back. Keep breathing in and out through the nose again to encourage relaxation. So it's a really common thing that some people say, my run felt really hard today. And I read this really good quote from this Olympic marathon coach. I probably said it before, but if we work on the rule of thirds with our runs, so a third of our runs will probably feel awful or not so good. A third of our runs will probably feel average. And then a third of our runs will feel good and great. So it's that kind of equation of that's just how the body goes, stress, hormones, sleep. For me last night, again, I didn't have a great sleep. Our youngest, she is ill at the moment, and we had a bit of sleep disruption last few nights. And that really does make everything a bit harder Okay, we're going to come down now. We're going to rest the side of your right hand, right side of the head to the mat. We're going to stretch into the quads. So we're going to pull the left foot up and take hold of the left foot with the left hand. And then slowly massage with that. So just pulse and breathe with that as you pull the heel in and then release it. Push the left hip into the floor. So as a parent, and you'll probably know this if you're a parent, as your kids get older, they start to forget about those sleep-deprived days and those sleep-disturbed days. And then every now and then when they get ill, you get a few nights of disruption and then you realise and then you're like, oh my gosh, how did I cope with doing this for two years? The first 18 months, 2 years of their life. So you just forget how sleep deprivation really is quite painful for the mind as well as the body. Okay, slowly release that and let's just pause for a moment as we come over to the other side. Bring the right foot in and then again slowly massage, heel to the hip and then release. Last stretch of this session. And if you have enjoyed this session, if you could just give it a good thumbs up, a thumbs up, and maybe put thanks for the video in the comments. It's the first stretch of the year. So well done. What are your goals for the year? Maybe you can put your goals in the comments so you sort of commit to them a little bit more, have a little bit more accountability. And if you're interested in maybe working with me as your coach, you want to have that little bit more accountability and work together, have a look in the link in the description below of how you could join my coaching program. Okay, we're going to slowly release that foot and then feels good, feels that nice after effects going to come up. And then how do you feel now, physically and mentally after that session? So well done. Fantastic way to complete and finish your run. So well done, and I shall see you in whichever video you choose to do next.